Einer, der in die Geschichte eingehen wird? In dieser Woche ist Eric Perrot zu Gast. Er erzählt mir von seiner Zeit, als er im Weltcup erstmal nur hinterher lief, der Moment, als er zum ersten Mal auf dem Podium stand und als Mann großer Worte hält er auch eine Kampfansage für Johannes Thingnes Boe bereit. Außerdem liegen die Sommerweltmeisterschaften hinter uns und Janina Hettich-Walz werden wir nächsten Winter nicht an der Startlinie sehen. Also, ab geht's!
Biathlon. News, Fakten, Analysen und die Stars der Szene.
Herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Extra-Runde. Ich bin zurück, 96 Tage, Leute, vor dem Weltcup-Start in Kontiolahti. Ja, und ihr habt es wahrscheinlich schon gesehen, heute mal eine etwas andere Folge, denn ich begebe mich mal wieder in fremde Gewässer. Eric Perrot ist mein Gast, der Mann aus Frankreich, der für mich mittlerweile in seiner Nation der vielleicht interessanteste Mann im Biathlon ist. Also vor allem mit Hinblick auf die Zukunft ist er wahrscheinlich das größte Talent. Und ich finde nicht nur unbedingt in Frankreich, sondern vielleicht sogar generell im Biathlon. Er ist gerade mal 23 Jahre alt geworden, hat jetzt schon 3 Podestplätze im Weltcup eingefahren. Einzelpodestplätze, ja. Darunter sogar ein Sieg und er ist sogar der erste Biathlet, der nach den 2000ern geboren wurde, dem das gelungen ist. Und ich glaube, alleine das zeigt ja schon, dass er ein ganz großes Potenzial hat. Aber ich kann euch auch schon mal verraten, Leute, wenn ihr auf Instagram, wovon ich mal ausgehe, die Stats verfolgt, die gerade in der Offseason veröffentlicht werden, bis dann zum Winter hin, dann kann ich euch an der Stelle schon mal verraten, dass Eric Perrot ein ziemlich krasses Rating haben wird. Und auch das zeigt schon wieder sein Potenzial. Das Rating bezieht sich natürlich auf die vergangene Saison, aber es errechnet sich eben nach Laufperformance, Trefferquote und Range Times und zeigt zum einen einfach, was für eine starke Saison er hatte, aber auch, dass da vielleicht noch mehr drin war und das in seinem Alter. Ich habe ja gesagt, gerade 23 geworden. Das heißt, er war 22 letzten Winter und damit schon so weit oben anzuklopfen. Also das ist schon echt eine Besonderheit, die er da gezeigt hat. Und was auch eine Besonderheit ist, sind seine Eltern, denn beide sind Biathleten und dazu kommt er noch aus einem sehr internationalen Haushalt. Was das heißt, könnt ihr euch gleich genauer anhören. Aber wie sehr haben denn seine Eltern ihn auch dazu gedrängt, dann Biathlet zu werden? Und jetzt habe ich auch von den ganzen Erfolgen gerade gesprochen, aber es gab auch Zeiten, wo es bei Eric nicht so rosig aussah. Also Zeiten, wo er im Weltcup unterwegs war, aber eher hinterher lief. Ne? Da gab es einige Rennen, da hat er auch mal einen Verfolger verpasst. Und ich glaube, das sind immer so Phasen für gerade Juniorenathleten, die sich im Weltcup etablieren wollen und dann von ihren Nationen, von ihren Trainern auch mal mitgeschliffen werden, die nicht leicht sind, weil man kennt es vielleicht aus der Juniorenzeit, wo man ganz weit oben angeklopft hat. Man war vielleicht immer in den Medaillenrängen oder zumindest auch ein Favorit und immer vorne mit dabei. Und dann kommst du zu den Großen und du merkst einfach, ich habe hier erstmal gar keine Schnitte. Und da wollte ich auch mal von ihm wissen, wie diese Zeit für ihn war, denn ich finde, gerade in dem Moment hat er auch sehr eindrücklich darüber gesprochen und das echt authentisch auch wiedergegeben. Und außerdem wollte ich von ihm wissen, ob Johannes Thingnes Boe den kommenden Winter schon schlagbar für ihn ist, weil er jemand ist, der große Ziele hat, aber das auch gerne nach außen trägt. Also seid gespannt, Leute. Es ist eine echt spannende Folge geworden, wie ich finde. Die Folge ist natürlich auf Englisch an diesem Montag, zum ersten Mal an einem Montag, weil Eric dem Deutschen natürlich nicht so mächtig ist. Aber ich denke doch, die meisten von euch werden es verstehen. Also ich habe auch nochmal mein bestes Schulenglisch ausgepackt für euch, Leute, damit wir diese Folge möglich machen konnten. Und damit gebe ich jetzt erstmal ab in die News der Woche.
Frisch gewachst.
Ja, Leute, es gibt mal wieder einiges zu besprechen und ich weiß gar nicht so genau, wo ich anfangen soll, aber starten wir doch direkt mal mit Janina Hettich-Walz, die wir im nächsten Winter nicht an der Startlinie sehen werden. Sie selber schreibt auf Instagram, in den Biathlonstadien sehen wir uns dann übernächste Saison wieder. Heißt also, sie kommt zurück, aber was ist da los? Janina Hettich-Walz ist schwanger. Ja, und damit ist ein Start im Winter ausgeschlossen. Ihr Ziel bleibt aber weiterhin Olympia 2026 in Antolz bzw. Milan Cortina. Das heißt, sie kann sich dann erstmal jetzt auf die Geburt konzentrieren und sportlich natürlich, das hat sie auch geschrieben und gesagt, erstmal so lange und so gut weitermachen, wie es dann eben auch geht. Sie wird auch noch jetzt bei den deutschen Meisterschaften am kommenden Wochenende starten und auch beim City-Biathlon dann 2 Wochen später. Also ist immer noch mit dabei jetzt hier im Sommer, aber irgendwann, früher oder später, wird es dann eben nicht mehr gehen. Felix Bitterling, der sportliche Leiter des DSV Biathlon, sagt selber, sportlich schmerzt der Verlust, aber er glaubt auch, es gibt kaum einen schöneren Grund, eine Pause einzuläuten. Und der DSV wird Janina natürlich bei ihrer Rückkehr bestmöglich unterstützen. Und ja, ich sehe es natürlich genau wie Felix. Finde es aus sportlicher Sicht auch schade, weil Janina ja gerade letzten Winter so richtig oben angeknüpft hat, auch im Weltcup mal oben angeklopft hat, die ersten Podestplätze geholt hat, die WM-Medaille geholt hat. Also es war rundum ein echt gelungener, wenn nicht sogar ein perfekter Winter aus ihrer Sicht. Und sie ist ja auch sie hat sich das echt viele Jahre erarbeiten müssen, die von relativ weit unten kommt und dann jedes Jahr ein Stückchen besser geworden ist und dann echt jetzt so weit oben ist am Ende des Tages oder am Ende des Winters. Deshalb aus sportlicher Sicht natürlich echt schade, aber ich glaube, das sieht sie sicherlich selber auch so. Ich kann mir nämlich vorstellen, dass die Motivation dann unheimlich hoch gewesen sein muss, bei ihr da jetzt nochmal einen draufzusetzen. Aber gut, ich glaube, dass sie jetzt ein Kind bekommt, wird sie dann auch drüber hinwegtrösten. Von daher bin ich dann auch gespannt, wie sie zurückkommen wird ein Jahr später, weil wir kennen ja auch diesen Mutterboost, ja, also wir haben es gesehen bei Justine Breza-Boucher. Okay, die war schon immer schnell, aber auch bei vielen anderen, Marie Dorin-Bert, bei Darja Domracheva, bei Anastasia Kuzmina, die sind alle zurückgekommen, vielleicht sogar stärker zurückgekommen als vorher, zumindest nicht schwächer. Oder auch bei Anaïs Chevalier-Boucher natürlich. Also für viele war das auch irgendwie nochmal so ein Boost. Und vielleicht sehen wir das ja auch bei Janina. Und damit geht es weiter zu einer nicht so erfreulichen Nachricht. Antonia Horn beendet ihre Profikarriere. Mit 27 Jahren sagt die Frau von Philipp Horn, ja, das war's jetzt hier für mich als Profi-Biathletin, als Profi-Athletin generell. Ist ja vom Langlauf vor ein paar Jahren rübergewechselt zum Biathlon. Hat sich dann letzten Sommer das Kreuzband gerissen und hat seitdem wohl nicht mehr so wirklich in die Spur gefunden. Schreibt selber von einem schmerzhaften Rückschlag im Genesungsprozess, nachdem zunächst alles gut lief und auch der Ungewissheit, je wieder laufen zu können. Also hört sich alles nicht so gut an und deshalb hat sie sich jetzt am Ende für die Gesundheit entschieden. Im Biathlon selber hat sie ja nie so wirklich Fuß gefasst, ist da nie so großartig aufgetreten, weil sie dann eben auch sehr lange verletzt war und nicht zurückgekommen ist. Und auch hier wieder eine Sache, die ich super schade finde, weil ich gerade diese Langläufer oder Langläuferinnen, die von der einen Sportart zum Biathlon rüberkommen, immer sehr interessant finde, weil sie eben oft schon das läuferische Potenzial mitbringen, aber dann eben am Schießstand noch eben werkeln müssen und dann vielleicht auch echt sehr stark werden können. Aber hier bei Antonia werden wir das dann nie erfahren. Trotzdem natürlich alles Gute an der Stelle. Und damit gehen wir weiter zu einem Event, was ja auch jetzt schon am kommenden Wochenende wieder stattfinden wird, das Martin Fourcade Nordic Festival. Und da gibt es ja nicht nur die Biathlonrennen, sondern auch die Langlaufrennen und diesmal mit dabei aus dem Biathlon im Langlaufrennen Guillaume Gigonat, Jeanne Richard und Océane Michelin. Also damit ist doch das auch interessant für uns als Biathlon-Fans, da mal reinzugucken in dieses Langlauf-Event, was ja echt ganz gut besetzt ist auch dieses Jahr wieder. Letztes Jahr hat es ja verrückterweise sogar Lou Jean Monod gewonnen, die dann im Biathlon-Rennen auch nicht mit dabei war, aber dann hier wirklich dieses Langlaufrennen gewinnt. Also das hätte wahrscheinlich vorher niemand gedacht. Und da waren starke Namen mit dabei. Diesmal glaube ich eher, dass Maja Dahlqvist sich das Ding holt. Die Schwedin ja im Langlauf auch ein riesiger Name. Ist für mich hier die absolute Top-Favoritin. Aber warten wir mal ab. Und damit lasst uns doch mal reingehen in die Events vom letzten Wochenende. Das ist einmal die Sommer-WM, aber auch in der Schweiz gab es noch ein kleines Event. Ja, Sommer-Event allgemein erstmal ein wirklich schwieriges Event, wie ich ja finde. Ich habe es letzte Woche schon mal angedeutet, dass die IBU wohl zum letzten Mal die Sommerweltmeisterschaften jetzt so austragen wird. Es wird wohl früher oder später dann da Ersatz für geben. In welcher Form und wann auch immer, werden wir dann noch sehen. Aber das große Problem bei der Sommer-WM war einfach immer, dass man die großen Namen nicht dahin bekommen hat. Also wir kennen es vielleicht noch aus Ruppolding, das war vor 2 Jahren in Ruppolding. Alle Deutschen waren mit dabei, die großen Namen aus Italien, Lisa Vitozzi, Dorothea Viera, Tommaso Giacomel. Die Schweden sind aufgetreten mit Sebastian Samuelsson und Co. Also das war damals ein wirklich starkes Teilnehmerfeld und seitdem oder auch davor war es eher immer so ein Event, wo viele aus dem Osten eher mitgemacht haben. Heißt Ukraine, Tschechien, Lettland, Estland, wo es ja jetzt auch stattgefunden hat in Otepää. Finnland ist auch schon mal häufiger mit dabei gewesen. Schweden in diesem Jahr auch, aber auch nicht mit der Bestbesetzung, sondern hier auch eher mit der B-Truppe. Abgesehen von Jesper Nelin, der aber auch wohl in den letzten Wochen krank war und sich hier vielleicht noch so ein bisschen die Form gesucht hat. Und damit sind wir, glaube ich, auch schon beim Punkt, dass es sehr seltsam ist, so ein Event dann auch Sommerweltmeisterschaften zu nennen, wenn dann am Ende die Besten fehlen. Ich habe jetzt hier auch mal reingeguckt, so in die Teilnehmerlisten und aus den Top 30 der letzten Saison waren 5 Damen mit dabei und 5 Herren. Also da merkt man schon, da fehlen viele. Die beste davon, die gelistet war bei den Damen, Teresa Wobornikova auf der 16 und Rasta Gujevs im Gesamtweltcup auf der 17 gelandet. Klar, man hat noch einen Fabian Claude, der 18. war im Gesamtweltcup und sicherlich auch Potenzial hat für mehr. Oder auch bei den Damen Paulina Bartowska-Fialkova, die zurückgekommen ist und sicher auch unter die Top 20 im Weltcup laufen kann. Aber im Großen und Ganzen muss man doch sagen, ist das Teilnehmerfeld schon echt übersichtlich, gerade bei den Senioren. Bei den Junioren finde ich es noch ein bisschen anders, aber auch hier das deutsche Team nicht mit dabei. Felix Bitterling hat mir nochmal gesagt, dass die Deutschen nicht an den Start gegangen sind, weil dann in dieser Woche auch die deutschen Meisterschaften, also eine Woche später als die Sommerweltmeisterschaften, schon stattfinden. Und die deutschen Meisterschaften zählen ja auch gerade für die Junioren oder auch die IBU-Cup-Teilnehmer mit in die Winterquali rein. Ich glaube ja auch diesmal so ein bisschen mit für die Weltcup-Athleten und Athletinnen. Und gleichzeitig ist dann der Aufwand auch zu hoch, da nach Estland zu fahren, in einem Feld, wo dann eben die Besten fehlen. Und damit glaube ich auch sehr, sehr nachvollziehbar. Also ich bin mal gespannt, was dann in Zukunft auf uns zukommen wird von der IBU-Seite. Deshalb gehen wir hier auch mal ein bisschen schneller durch. Also insgesamt ist mir noch aufgefallen, dass die Tschechen sehr, sehr häufig vertreten waren auf den Medaillenplätzen. Also die haben wirklich in jedem Seniorenrennen eine Medaille geholt, sei es bei den Männern oder auch bei den Damen. Dabei ist mir vor allem bei den Damen Teresa Vobornikova aufgefallen, die einmal Fünfte wird im Supersprint, dann holt sie sich den Sieg, also den Weltmeistertitel im Sprint und dann auch noch im Massenstart. Das waren auch die 3 Events, also Supersprint, Sprint und Massenstart. Wird sie auch nochmal Dritte, also nochmal die Bronzemedaille. Damit insgesamt sehr stark aufgetreten. Suvi Minkinen, 2-mal Silber hier geholt. Hat mir auch läuferisch für ihre Verhältnisse vor allen Dingen ganz gut gefallen. Baiba Bendika mit der Goldmedaille im Massenstart. Hatte auch beim letzten Schießen nochmal alle Nerven bewahrt und da echt alles getroffen, was ja auch ihre große Schwäche ist, gerade das Schießen. Also von daher für sie sicher auch eine relativ gelungene Weltmeisterschaft, die nicht so gut gestartet ist, hinten raus dann besser geworden ist mit dem Sieg. Und natürlich das Comeback von Paulina Bartowska-Fialkova, die direkt im ersten Rennen, wo sie wieder zurück ist, im Supersprint, gewinnt, sich Gold holt. Im zweiten, im Sprint, wird sie dann Dritte, holt sich die Bronzemedaille und dann auch nochmal 7. im Gala-Massenstart. Und ich glaube, damit kann man sagen, sie ist wieder auf dem richtigen Weg nach der Geburt ihres Kindes. Nachdem sie ein Jahr ausgesetzt hat, bin ich doch zuversichtlich, dass die in einer guten Form wieder zurückkommen wird nächsten Winter. Insgesamt muss man ja auch sagen, ist immer schwierig zu deuten jetzt hier diese Sommer-Events, gerade dann natürlich, wenn die Besten fehlen. Man könnte vielleicht mal in die Laufzeiten reingucken. Ist da jemand herausgestochen, der vielleicht sehr weit oben mit dabei ist, den man da nicht erwartet hätte? Habe ich jetzt so ehrlich gesagt nicht gesehen. Also man sieht da weit vorne Shavatova, die auch immer sehr schnell ist im Weltcup oder da auch schon echt starke Zeiten hingelegt hat. Dann sieht man eine Bendika vorne, eine Fialkova vorne, Vobornikova war teilweise auch mit dabei. Also von daher würde ich doch sagen, die üblichen Verdächtigen, die man da auch so erwartet hat. Sehr enttäuschend an diesem Wochenende war für mich Tuli Tomingas, die aber vielleicht auch mittlerweile eher so den Fokus auf den Winter legt, was bei ihr wahrscheinlich die letzten 1-2 Jahre, wo sie noch nicht ganz so stark gefördert wurde, noch nicht so der Fall war. Und wenn wir rübergehen zu den Männern, ist es natürlich auch schön zu sehen, dass die Ukraine sich im Supersprint direkt mal einen Doppelsieg holt mit Dmytro Pidruschny und Anton Tyschenko. Auf der 3 Thomas Mikischka. Im Sprint haben wir dann vorne Jakob Stretecki. Also den Namen, den keiner aussprechen kann in Deutschland, und der ist auch der schnellste Mann gewesen an dem Tag. Das fand ich doch ein bisschen interessanter, weil auch Fabian Claude hier mit dabei war. Der ist angereist, ist mit seinen Brüdern hier gestartet, Florian Claude und Emilian Claude. Und Fabian Claude, ja, hat mir wirklich nicht so gut gefallen, ne? Also da muss man schon sagen, war mit Abstand der stärkste und größte Name hier, vielleicht neben Rastogujevs. Und da erwartet man doch auch, dass der sich mindestens eine Medaille holt. Am Ende ist es gar keine geworden, ist 11. im Supersprint geworden, 8. im Sprint und dann am Ende 9. im Massenstart und damit sicher auch nicht zufriedenstellend für ihn. Gerade der Schießstand hat so gar nicht funktioniert. Dagegen hat sein Bruder Emilian Claude im Sprint Silber geholt vor Thierry Langer, ne? Was mich natürlich auch persönlich sehr freut, dass Thierry hier für Belgien einmal eine Medaille holt, aber auch für sich selbst. Ich glaube, für ihn auch wirklich ein sehr, sehr großer Erfolg, der auch läuferisch hier an dem Wochenende echt gut unterwegs war. Und ich glaube, er ist ja auch so eine Person, Thierry Langer, der war schon oft mal relativ nah dran, ein gutes Ergebnis abzuliefern, aber hat es dann am Ende nicht ganz zusammengebracht und hier hat es dann endlich mal geklappt. Und das hat mich doch wirklich sehr gefreut. Und natürlich gibt es dann auch im Massenstart noch die obligatorische Medaille für Andres Rastogujevs mit einer Bronzemedaille hier. Ich denke, der hat sich auch sicher mehr vorgenommen an dem Wochenende, aber ist auch ansonsten immer in den Top 5 vertreten gewesen. 2-mal Fünfter, einmal Dritter, also auch ganz solide. Läuferisch gut dabei gewesen. Und was kann es Schöneres geben, Leute, als einen Heimsieg im Massenstart, wo man auch noch mit der Flagge über die Ziellinie laufen kann. Also ich kann mir nichts Schöneres vorstellen. Und das durfte René Sackner erleben im Massenstart. Der Erste, der da in Ottepe im Stadion gewinnt. Und das ja auch interessant zu sehen, dieses Stadion mal. Ihr kennt es vielleicht noch aus 2022, als das erste Mal da der Weltcup stattfand und auch bislang das letzte Mal. Der Start- und Zielbereich, der war in einem relativ kleinen Fußballstadion. Aber man hat zum einen direkt eine relativ große Tribüne dann da. Und zum anderen hat man im Winter, als es verschneit war, natürlich gar nicht dieses Stadion so wirklich erkennen können. Und jetzt hier bei der Sommer-WM war es dann doch mit dieser Laufbahn um das Fußballfeld rum noch zu sehen und konnte sich das Ganze so ein bisschen besser vorstellen. Also ja, das die Sommerweltmeisterschaften 2024 und damit, wie gesagt, die vorerst letzten. Die Junioren sind hier natürlich auch wieder gestartet. Interessant auch, dass die Norweger sogar einige dahin geschickt haben und gerade bei den Männern bzw. bei den Jungs waren die echt erfolgreich. Und das sind sicher auch so ein paar Namen, die man sich merken kann, da mit Sivert Gertsen, der ja auch schon bei der Junioren-WM im Februar ordentlich abgeräumt hat, Kaspar Kalkenberg, da auch bei der Jugend-WM, ich glaube, fast alles gewonnen, ne? Lass mich mal nachgucken hier. Silber, Gold, 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 also 3-mal Gold geholt, einmal Silber, 2-mal Silber sogar. Ist der jüngere Bruder von Emilie Kalkenberg. Und auch Havard Tosterud ist jemand, der ist sehr interessant für die Zukunft. Der ist ja auch einmal Zweiter geworden im Sprint. Also ja, ich glaube, da haben wir schon ein paar Stars von morgen sehen können. Falls ihr es nicht gesehen habt, könnt ihr immer noch nachholen auf eurovisionsports.com. In der Schweiz gab es auch noch das Nordic Weekend, gibt es da auch in jedem Jahr. Eigentlich auch eine ganz coole Sache. Also hier gibt es einen verkürzten Einzel, ganz normal im Biathlon-Style. Und dann gibt es da noch einen Fußberglauf, also man wahrscheinlich dann zu Fuß einen Berg hochläuft und dann auch noch ein Rollerskirennen ohne Gewehr dann eben auf dem Rücken über 3 Tage hinweg. Und am Ende gibt es dann einen Gesamtsieger und eine Gesamtsiegerin. Ist dann so ein bisschen wie bei der Tour de France, wo die Gesamtzeiten zusammengerechnet werden und wer dann die beste Zeit am Ende hat, beziehungsweise am wenigsten Zeit für alle 3 Rennen in Summe gebraucht hat, der ist dann der Sieger und die Siegerin. Das sind in diesem Jahr Aita Gasparin zum 6. Mal schon und zum ersten Mal Guillaume Stalder, der Bruder von Sebastian Stalder. Und interessant vielleicht für uns aus Biathlon-Sicht, der verkürzte Einzel, den gewinnt Lena Hecki-Groß, aber nur 0,7 Sekunden vor Aita Gasparin und auch nur 7 Sekunden circa dahinter Lea Meyer. Also das war ein enges Rennen. Und bei den Männern gewinnt es auch tatsächlich Guillaume Stalder vor seinem Bruder Sebastian Stalder, obwohl beide auch dieselbe Fehleranzahl geschossen haben. Und Niklas Hartwig war hier nicht mit dabei. Der hat nach seiner Verletzung noch weiter gefehlt und ist noch im Aufbautraining. Also Leute, und mit diesen Worten gebe ich jetzt ab in das Interview mit Eric Perrot. Ich melde mich danach nochmal zurück auf Deutsch. Also, let's go.
Auf die Runde.
Hello Eric.
Hello, hello.
I think it's okay if I say Eric because I think your name is Eric in France, right?
Yeah, but it's all good. You know, I'm half Norwegian, so you can say
Okay.
how you want it, so no problem.
Okay, I think it's better for me to stay in the flow to say Eric.
Yeah.
But you told me that you just had a conversation with the IBU. So is it your media day today or what is it?
No, it was like inside meeting to talk about some different thing for the next season. Yeah.
So looks like you're sort of the man after the last season, right?
Yeah, I mean, season after season, it's going up, so hopefully it's the right way to the top, yeah.
So can you reveal what it was about?
I don't know if I can or not, so let's wait. Let's wait until next season, and you'll see. Yeah, you know, no, not big deal.
Okay, just a little bit curious, but
I understand.
at the beginning, I think it's always nice to know how people got into doing biathlon. And with you, I think it should be quite obvious when someone knows your background. But for the ones that doesn't know what your background is, tell me, how did you become a biathlete?
Yeah, do you know?
Yeah, I think so, because of your parents, probably.
yeah, that's a lot about family here. Both my parents were doing biathlon. My father were going for France, and my mom for Norway. So they met in junior world champ in Canmore. So yeah, that's crazy story. So yeah, my whole family is about biathlon. My uncle also went on the World Cup, and so yeah, I think I have something in my blood about biathlon. But of course, that was my choice to start doing this and doing competition. They never pushed me to do skiing or to do competition either. So I just one day wanted to go for cross-country skiing, and that's how we started in France. And yeah, rapidly after going to biathlon. So, but yeah, my parents were not that. That was not important for them. So it was just my choice. But I think I have something inside me which pushed me to do it. So yeah, that's how I started biathlon. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I also saw that your father, Frank, is right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, is a bronze medal winner at the World Championships in 95, right?
Yeah, in Antals, yeah.
Yeah. So,
exactly.
And your mother is also a biathlete, as you said. She's Norwegian. And how can I imagine being a kid of two biathletes? I mean, are you always in the snowy regions doing cross-country skiing? How is it growing up with biathlete parents?
I mean, it's not that different that was family, just that both my parents stopped their career early, so I've never been inside a career before mine. So of course I went on the track when I was really young. I did cross-country skiing, and where I'm living in France, we're also doing alpine skiing a lot. So we're in the mountain when I was young, and it was not about competition in my family. It was not all about skiing either. So just that we are living in the mountain, so we're practicing many sports in the mountain, and the only thing which mattered for my parents, it was that I had to do something. So I could go to sports, I could go to music, I could go wherever I wanted to go. So, and I did many things, but at the end, I don't know why, but I wanted to go biathlon. So yeah.
So when you say you did many things, what were the things you did also next to biathlon?
Yeah, I don't know. I did music in the orchestra when I was young. I also were running in a club. I were playing hockey, fencing.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Climbing. I don't remember everything, but many different sports in the area.
Yeah, I think fencing is the big thing in France, right?
Yeah, depend where you're living. In the mountain, it's not that big, so skiing is way bigger. Yeah.
Okay, I thought it's always for the rich kids fencing.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, so they never trained you like in physical conditions or something like that they said, hey, go for 15-kilometer skiing or something?
Of course, when we were in the mountain, we were running everywhere, and so of course that was great training as a kid. But they never pushed me to do some training. If I wanted to walk, I could just walk, and I think I just had a lot of energy to spend, so I was just doing many things. And I also liked the competition from I was young, so I wanted to compete in many different things, especially running. Yeah. So I think year after year I wanted more, and after I discovered biathlon, and I really liked it. But for example, my brother did not like competition as much as I like, and that was great to have a family around me which was not all about competition and all about skiing. So that was I did not feel pressure about doing something special. I could just do whatever I wanted to do.
Okay. So when was the moment that you thought, okay, biathlon is the thing for me, that's the way I want to go?
That was fast. I mean, I wanted to go to the club, to the cross-country club. And then I just, that was directly to biathlon, and I wanted to do this. And as I said, as a kid, I liked the competition, and that all came together really fast. And when I went to the club and started competition, I don't know how to say it. It's a bit strange to talk about it, but it was like, I felt that I wanted to do it, I could do it, and had big trust on myself, and just, wanted to go this way. And that you just feel like an energy when you're a kid, and it's like having a dream inside your body, and just wanted to let it out. So it's difficult to explain it, but it just feels like a lot of energy you want to spend in this activity.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good decision as we see today.
To now,
yeah. Yeah, but I think another special thing, as I said, is that your mother is Norwegian and your father is French. So I also saw you speak Norwegian on Norwegian television when you were at the Blink Festival. And so you grew up in a very international family. What is the language that's spoken at home?
That's a good question. I mean, as many binational binational family, I was speaking most of the time in French, and my mother in Norwegian, for example, and we just are talking like that. So when someone from the friends or the people who were coming to the house, they just were watching, and what the fuck are you saying? And for us, it was just like natural. So but when I was young, and at the start, I just learned French and Norwegian at the same time. So thanks to my mom to talk to me in Norwegian and my dad in French, and that helped me to. I did not need to learn each languages. It just came from I'm kids. So that's a big present for me.
Yeah, that's very cool, I think. Is it true that you speak 4 languages?
4? Not exactly. I mean, English as I can, and French and Norwegian, pretty good. So I really want to learn more because everyone's saying, when you know already 3, it's easier, but that's not exactly true.
Yeah, I heard you also speak Italian, but that's not true.
Nah, it's not completely. I want to speak Italian. I can something because I learned it at school. So I can understand a little bit. I can maybe say 2 or 3 things, but actually I can't. But it was my goal to be able to speak Italian before the Olympics coming in 2 years. But every year it's like, just 2 years now to go, and I can't speak more. So it will be difficult, but I will try.
Yeah, you could try to learn German. It's very easy.
I don't trust you at all. But I mean, of course, German is maybe the first languages in biathlon. So that could be interesting to learn German after. But I want to try to start with Italian and maybe go to German after.
But that's also very unusual for French people, right? To speak so many languages.
Yeah. French people are not known as good English speaker. But I don't know. I'm just lucky to have a mom from another country, and of course to have 2 different countries, but especially one Scandinavian and one Latin, helped me also to understand maybe more. So to speak German, I guess it's easier to be Norwegian than French. So that could help me. And of course, to understand Italian, it's easier to be French than to be Norwegian. So
that's true.
I'm lucky to have 2 completely different languages.
Gotcha. Okay. So you could have also started for Norway, right?
Yeah, that's right.
But I think you made a good decision.
Yeah, that's easier to go for France. I have to admit it.
Yeah. I mean, when I look at the Norwegian team, it's super tough to get in there.
That's tough and a little bit unfair for them. But no, I'm happy to be here in France. And as I always said, when people ask me why, I just saying that I started my first competition, the international with France, and they were here at the start. They helped me, they trusted me, and I just want to continue with them. I think France has a nice history in biathlon. We are so small country. I mean, in practicing biathlon, and that's crazy because we don't have that much money or budget compared to Norway or German or the big country, because the culture less developed and so small compared to other country at the start. I mean,
of course.
So that's crazy to see that today we can build a team so strong, and when we look back in the history, we had so big biathletes, and that's I don't completely understand why France have been that big in biathlon, because when you know where it started from, it's still unreal. So I really want to continue this history with France. So
I also think that's really crazy that you had at least 2 legends in biathlon with Foucault and Poré.
Yeah.
I think both changed what you said, that you are maybe a small nation and you got so big or as strong as you are today.
Yeah, of course.
But you also were born and raised in France, so it was like your home country also.
Exactly.
So let's dive into biathlon. I think internationally it started for you with the Youth Olympic Games in 2019 in Bosnia.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, directly won the sprint. So I would say you were kind of an Olympic champion before it even started. But I think it's very special to go, for the first races ever against other nations. Do you still remember how that has been for you back in 2019, where you didn't know the other nations so in competition?
Yeah, that was maybe the best. I forgot the word, of course. The best. How you say it?
What's it in French?
Souvenir.
Okay, yeah. Souvenir. It is also in English, isn't it?
Is it? Maybe if you understand it. I mean that's my best memory. Yeah, that's my best memory. And because when you're young and you discover a new world, it's like so many countries and you all wear the same things on you. It's like you feel a different spirit, and that's crazy. It's the first race I remember because I was just innocent. Can we say it?
Yeah.
And I was just discovering a new world, and I had stars in my eyes, and that was crazy. So I have really, really good memories about this race, and I think this gave me some good energy for the rest of my career. So that was my first Olympic experience. Of course, that was a little bit different than the big Olympic game, but I felt that was something else. And so, I have it for my whole career, and I will always remember this moment.
Yeah, and I mean, when you compare to today in the World Cup, you know where you are ranked. You know you can run into the top 10, or when you see another athlete, you know he's maybe in the top 30s or something like that. And when you go here for a first timer where you don't know anybody, how can you expect to, or where you can go in the end result?
You can't expect anything. You can just dream about it, and that was it. And maybe that's why I did it well also, because you don't have any expectation. You can just dream about a good race and a good result, but you're not focusing on the result because you don't know what it can be. So I think it's something which can be important to take as an athlete and to remember. This day I was not thinking about anything else than just doing a good race and of course dreaming about a good result, but it was just dreaming about it. And I think this energy is important to take with you on other big races when you are thinking maybe too much and focusing on the wrong thing. So that was a special feeling, and I really want to try to find this feeling again.
I mean, the good results came to you pretty early on. The next races were a year later for you in the Youth World Championships in 2020 in Lenzerheide. In the first race, you got the bronze medal in an individual. And after that, you got some Junior Cup starts in the following season and some IBU-Cup and also European Championship races. And there were some races where I thought, might be a long way to the top for this young guy here, but there were other races where I thought, wow, one mistake less and you had an European Championship medal. So what were your thoughts about your performance at that time?
Well, for example, the year after in Lenzerheide for the Youth World Championship, that was a different feeling, because when I went to the competition, I knew already that I had big chance to go for it. And that changed many things. And I did not do it that well in this competition. Of course, I took a bronze medal. That was great, but maybe I was better than that, because, you don't have the same feeling and you're not seeing the competition the same way. And that was also a great learning for me. And I mean, every year was a great learning for me. And my feeling at this time was I was on the right way. I knew what I was doing and I was trying my best. And also I had a lot of fun. And that was really important as a young athlete. And from the beginning of my career, so many years before the first international start, I had this feeling inside that I will have the opportunity one day to be among the best athletes in the world. That's a bit strange to say it, because it feels so arrogant to say it. But I mean, sometimes as young kids, you just have something in your mind and it's going the right way. You don't really know why. And that went the right way. So I knew that I would have the opportunity to do it well, and it just took a bit time, but everything went really fast. And every year I could take a new step. I mean, I started in junior and after B and after A. Everything went fast, but at the same time, I took every steps. So that was really fun as an athlete, because I could enjoy every step in a career. And it went fast, so I did not have so much time to enjoy every steps, but I have good memories from every year.
If you look at the 2021 Junior World Championships, you were still a youth athlete and you started a class higher, a class upon you with the juniors. But did you already count on winning a medal there when you say that you knew you could make it?
Yeah, I mean, when you're dreaming big, you expect big also. So, of course, I was dreaming about it. And that was a year after Lenzerheide. And then I had new feeling. I mean, I tried to see the competition a different way and not have some more expectation, and try to come back to the year before in Sarajevo, where I had an innocent feeling, and I did it well. And that was really good competition for me, because I succeeded in just be myself and enjoyed the race. And so that was a new good experience for me. So of course I was maybe not expecting, but I wanted to do it well. And this time I succeeded in it. And that was like 1 year I did it well, and then the year after maybe I had too high expectation and I did it not that well, and the year after back again. So it was like a little bit up and downs.
Yeah, but don't you think that everyone is thinking like you? That everyone thinks, I want to be Olympic champion one day and I can win this race today and so on?
Of course, everyone wants the same. That's why competition is fun also, because we all want the same things and it's only one winner. So I don't know how the others are thinking, of course, because we are all in our own body and maybe we have different feelings. But of course, on my side, I just know that I have really strong feelings about that, and that pushed me. The only thing that I know is that it pushed me to go for it and to enjoy doing biathlon. Yeah. Of course, I don't know if I gonna win or not. That on the D-Day, on the competition day, but for sure this energy I have inside me just pushed me to go for it, and that's a really good feeling as an athlete.
Yeah, I think you also got a good feeling when you won the silver medal in the pursuit in those junior years there. And I think it's impressive that you've had also very strong skiing times at the Worlds in 2021 when you were 1 or 2 years younger than most of the guys there. And if I also look through your whole stats and I see that in your junior years you've always shown to be one of the fastest on the skis, is that something that has always been the case for you also before you stepped onto the international stage, that you were faster than the other guys in France?
Not at all. Not at all. Okay. It's a bit special because I grew up late. I mean, when I came to just before the university, I was small and I'm still not big athlete. Yeah. I mean, but I was small. I was not tall at all, and so that was difficult for me because I had big dreams, and at this time I could not go fast. I had no chance against the big guys, and that was a bit tough because I was sad. I couldn't do better. So everyone just told me that no problem. It's going to be okay. You're gonna be taller and you will be a man as everyone one day. So you will have your chance. So on this time, of course, I trusted them, but it was a bit sad to not be able to do biathlon as I wanted to do. And just after, when I started my first international race, that was the time I began to be taller and to have a chance against the big guys. And maybe all this energy I had it inside myself just before came out, and then I had maybe that helped me to have more power because I've never had big legs or big arms to push really fast. So maybe you need all the things to go fast. Maybe a snow feeling, or I don't know. So I try to compensate on all the things because of course I did not have at this time, but I still don't have it as much power than that big guys. So I have to try find all the solution.
Yeah, I mean, you were 19 years of age, right? That's quite young at that time. It's also always the school effect. Like when I was 11, 12 years old, I always thought, boy, the 19, 18-year-old guys, they're so big, so huge. And when I see them today, I always think, wow, they're kids. That's
exactly
so crazy.
That's right.
And a lot happens in 2 or 3 years later.
Yeah.
But that were your last junior races at all with 19 here.
Yeah, and that's right. Yeah.
Then you made your World Cup debut. Yeah, what was your first impression when you came to the big stage there in Östersund?
That's strange, but everything was so big. I felt that as well. I was too young and not prepared to this stage, and I mean, I did not feel at my right place. So that was a bit uncomfortable, and I had big ambitions. So I felt that I was not ready to go for it, and I was not good enough to be here. So I was lucky because on the French team they had me to go to the World Cup, and even when I did not do good results, they kept me on the World Cup. But for me, that was not the best time because I wanted to be good on my level, and I felt that was not my level. So it was level too high for me, and it was a little bit uncomfortable for me because I still wanted to keep me on the World Cup, and I felt that that's not my place. So I have no right to be here. And in the beginning, that was a little bit uncomfortable for me. And also I wanted to enjoy my junior year because I did not enjoy my junior year. And that's a bit sad because it's happened only one time in your life. So I was a little bit. At the same time, I wanted, of course, to go on the World Cup because my dream is to be good on World Cup. But I knew that was a time where I could take the time to be better in junior and take the time to be better in IBU-Cup, because at this time I did not win an IBU-Cup, and I think it's maybe one step you have to take before going to the World Cup. So yeah, well, I felt a little bit uncomfortable, and especially in the decision when it was Olympic in Beijing, because they decided to take me to the Olympics as of course not racer, but only here to look at it. But how to say it? That's not what we want as an athlete.
Yeah,
of course we want to be at the Olympic, but we want to race. So I did not have a good experience in Beijing because I couldn't train. That was bad condition to train, and at the same time I wanted to maybe train or be better in the junior world champ, trying to take gold medal there. And I felt that I was not in the right place. But of course, at the same time, I learned many things from the big guys when I were looking at them. So I cannot say it was a bad decision, of course, but I can just say that I was a little bit uncomfortable when I was there. So that was a period where I felt a little bit between the World Cup and between the lower stage. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was also a very difficult Olympics, right? With China and COVID and so on. So a very special Olympics. But yeah, I mean, I can follow you on your thoughts there. Yeah, that was the following season, right? Where you started in the IBU-Cup, and after that you got called up for the World Cup team and stayed there for the whole season. And even though the results weren't so good, they always said, yeah, you will stay here with us in the World Cup team.
Exactly, yeah.
So can you understand today what they did there? Was it a good time in when you look back now, or was it like you said, I should have stayed in the IBU-Cup and maybe do my thing there?
I think it's no right choice. I think they did it well because they also know that you need sometimes in a World Cup to learn and to grow. So of course that helped me to learn from the big guys and to also to find the way to do good races there, and that helped me of course to understand which level I needed to perform. So that was many good things. I learned a lot in going World Cup, of course. But that was maybe I was on the World Cup maybe too long time without being good. And I don't remember which year, but maybe in 2022, then I did not a good start in the season, and I had to go back to the IBU-Cup, and I think it was needed. And I needed to go one step back to just do biathlon on my best level, and to remember that what mattered was not going on the World Cup, but it was important to just perform well. And it's difficult to explain. Like I think I just wanted to take a step back and build my biathlon in the IBU-Cup. And then when I felt that I was better as biathlete, I could go up again and do good races. And so I did not choose, but I did so bad races in World Cup that I had to go down. And then I built a better biathlon in the IBU-Cup in Ossemblé, where I took my first victory, and then I could go back and do great things. So
yeah, you already said a lot that I wanted to mention.
Yeah, I guess. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, that was the season 22-23, right? Where you started also in the World Cup in Kontiolahti, and you were also part of the relay there, where you captured your first podium. Must have been a success for such an early stage in the season.
Yeah, that's right. That was a crazy race. I discovered myself in relay from this day. I did 2 really bad relays last season when they gave me the opportunity to be in the French team. But the season after, I started a relay for the first time, and I don't know, I felt that I could be among the best just for one relay stage, and that gave me more energy to fight the big guys like Christensen. And this was really fun race, and I have really good memory of this one. And that, I don't know, that was different races when I went in relay from that day.
Yeah, you already said that you missed, or you had not so good performances in Hofilsen and Annecy-le-Grand-Venant, where you didn't made the pursuit. and you got set back to the IBU-Cup in Bresno-Osobli. Was that maybe some sort of changing point for you also mentally, that you thought, okay, I'm back, I also can do good races and go back now to the World Cup?
Yeah, exactly. And I think, as I said, it was needed.
Yeah.
So I did not decide it, but it was needed. And I needed to go back and to understand that now I need to win my place once for all and to do a good race in IBU and just be building a good biathlon to be able after to do really good races in World Cup, because I've never done it before. So that changed many things in my career, I think, because, yeah, as I said, I really needed the change, and that gave me more energy to go back to the IBU-Cup, and I needed to find a solution on myself to do good races again. And yeah, in Osobli, that was maybe the worst place I could go when I went back to IBU. So it was like a big difference between the World Cup world and go back in Osobli, where it was nothing else than a little track, maybe of 2K. At the first time, I was just like, I really don't want to go down, and
yeah.
That felt a little bit bad. But when I came there, I was just so happy to do simple biathlon where nobody were expecting anything, and I was just focusing on going ski and shooting, and I had a lot of fun there, and that helped me to rebuild again. Yeah, good biathlon, and that was big point. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you answered in great style, right? Double victory in two out of 2 races and best skiing times twice. But what was your mindset going into those races? So were there also a little bit of anger within that when you say you don't want to go there in the first place?
Yeah, it was strange, because usually when you go down, you feel anger and you want to go back again. And at this time, I was just sad about not being as good as I wanted. That was just the point. And the week after, I went to the French Cup. And at the French Cup, I was not good. I was not skiing fast. And I won twice I won the 2 races in French Cup, because all the international athletes were on international races. But I felt that I was maybe deep in my worst biathlon level. So I was just sad to not be performing at my level, and I just wanted to do biathlon again, just as simple as that. So I had no anger, and I was not confident neither, but I was really focused on myself, and I think that was the key to do good races again. Luckily, I had a good skiing shape, and mentally I was not that offensive. I just wanted to do my biathlon and to be focusing on that and have a lot of fun, and that was important at this time. And I think all this mental change helped me to do good races at this time. And it's not often, it's never I'm never in that mental spirit. So it's not often I'm skiing in this position. Usually I'm more confident or offensive, but at this time I was maybe just feeling small and just wanted to be myself. And that was also a good things. I learned a lot when I was there, and I think I can use this maybe one day if I'm not performing well to be focusing more about myself.
Yeah, sounds very good. And with that, you made it to your first World Championships in Oberhof, where you also had 3 solo races. But I think when we think back to a year before in Beijing, where you only were the support for the team, and here in Oberhof, now you raced 3 races. That must have been a big change for you.
Yeah, but at the same time, I have really bad memories of these championships. I'm sorry for German who are listening to this, but for me, that was not a good championship because I wanted to be in the relay. The snow conditions were really difficult, and when you're starting in the back, it feels just like a mountain to go. So no, really bad memories. Johannes Boe were just breaking me every second. I was 1 more minute behind him, and that was a nightmare for me. So
you weren't the only one, so that's the good thing.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, I felt that, of course, I had no chance to win a medal or something else. But I wanted to be back in the relay because I think I've done great things. But at the same time, I felt that Guigona was better than me, so that was not unfair at all. And they won it, so that was also great things for the French team. So, but yeah, I was a bit disappointed on myself that I was not performing well, and it was really tough condition, and when you're young, yeah, it's just so difficult. So that was not a good memory for me.
I mean, you said the gold medal in the relay, that is, of course, a special thing for the French team. But how is it for you, especially when you don't beat Norway every day, right, in the relay?
Yeah, that's right. No, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. I love when French team is able to win races, and I was really happy for them. I was disappointed about myself because I wanted to be there, but not disappointed about the choice that they made in the relay, and I was 100% with them. So that was just so great to see them beat Norway, and that was crazy storytelling during the race. And so I was enjoying the race from the shooting range, and when I saw all the public in the Oberhof, that was so big, and everyone were doing so much to make some loud and crazy atmosphere in Oberhof. So that was fun as a spectator to watch. That was it. Of course. So no, I enjoyed this race.
Yeah, I can believe that. But I think the more exciting part for you must have been the last trimester after the Worlds. In Novo Mesto, you took your first World Cup win in the mixed relay, and you were part of the mixed relay. That's also very special. And then in Östersund, you got sixth in the individual, second in the relay, and then your first podium with a third place in the mustard. So sounds like the best week of your life.
Yeah, at this point, of course, that was big. That was big for me. I mean, it's not the best place to do it well in Östersund, because you feel that you are in a national cup, because nobody is watching the race, and it's in the night, and
yeah.
So, but at the same time, I did my first World Cup there, and I did it well each time I went to Östersund. So no, that's a great place, and I really enjoyed doing biathlon there. As maybe in Osabli, I was just focusing on myself because nobody were watching, and yeah, I really enjoyed doing biathlon, and that's maybe the most important things for me. So yeah, at this point, that was a crazy week.
Yeah, and I also remember that some big names missed there in Östersund, right? That year, the Boes.
Also, because Johannes Boe were not on start. Quentin were not on the start, if I remember well. So maybe Jacqueline.
Yeah, I think Samuelsson.
So
did that matter to you when you stood on the podium, that those big names weren't there? That you thought, okay, I'm third here, but on a normal day I would have been sixth, or I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you would have been third. You never know.
We never know, but not on the podium. We're not thinking about it. But of course, after, when you're looking at it, you feel that, okay.
Okay.
Maybe that was not a real podium, but okay, it's about the athlete who are on the start, and this day I was third from the athlete on the start, so it's how it is.
Yeah, in 10 years nobody will know, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
So let's jump into the last season, and it began as a really tough season for the French team in general. I mean, not for the women, but historically it was one of the worst seasons ever for the men's side. And for me, you were still like more the young guy in the team. You could like experiment a little bit more. But how did that negative thing like affect you?
That's always tough when you have a big team, when you have big athletes like Fillon-Maillet, Jacqueline. People expect so much about their performances that the whole group is affected when they're not doing well. So, of course, the coaches and the staff and everyone were sad, and that was negative energy about it. And I did not feel the same pressure on me because I was young, as you said, and that was not as important as them to perform well. But at the same time, I felt that maybe that was my time also to take my responsibility and to also be good, because we are one team, so everyone have to perform well. And it's not because they are the leader that they have to perform well every year and every races. So I did my best to do my battle and to help the team also to get great result. I think I did it great.
Yeah.
But of course, to be top 10 is not good enough for everyone. So when the best result is only a top 10, and that's how it was the whole season in the start. So yeah, we expected more. We wanted that podium or this win to change the mindset, but did not happen. So yeah, that was a bit just a bad mood in the team, but at the same time we have a really good men group and we have a lot of fun. So we were just trying our best and enjoyed also just doing biathlon, and we tried to not be focusing on what people were telling in the outside, because we are just a group of friends and trying to enjoy every day. So that was, at the same time, we had a lot of fun in the team, and that was also important to keep. I mean, to still have a good spirit in the team, and maybe that what paid off in the middle season and at the end of season. So
yeah, I mean, you must have been quite happy with your performance, right? When you compare that to your last season, you were the best French also in the World Cup, I remember, for a longer time. So for you, it must have been a decent start.
Exactly. I was glad with this one, and but it felt a little bit like not good enough when we heard all the comments. So yeah, that's at the same time I felt that I was performing on my level, but at the same time it was not good enough. So yeah.
I mean, for a World Cup winner, it's different, right? When you are 15th or 20 in the World Cup, and you won it in 2022. So for Quentin, it might be a little bit different than for you, who's coming up.
Yeah, that was tough for them, because when you are a superstar like they are in France, people are expecting so much. So yeah, that was a tough time for them.
Okay, so going into the World Championships in Novo Mesto, there was a bad season behind you as a team. And I believe that you also talk about those comments, what is written in the press and so on. So how was the vibe right before the World Championships among yourselves?
Motivated. And we wanted a lot. And I think the expectations were lower. And maybe that's what we needed it to do good races again, because the expectations were too high on the start of the season, and we needed to take it down to maybe less ambitious, and maybe that had team to just express themselves in the best way. And we did a really good start, and just on the men's side, I felt that we were doing races on our level and we did our best, and that was we had a great mood, great feeling. So that helped us to just do our best. Yeah,
as you said, it started really good, especially for you. You had like the little payback for the year before with the gold medal here in the mixed relay. But first of all, did you expect to start here?
Well, as I said before, I was dreaming about it. Yeah, expecting a little bit too. But I knew that it would be a tough decision for the team. Yeah, I'm glad that they took the right one, just because we won the gold medal. Maybe they would win the gold medal with Emilien too, but that's always difficult for a team to choose. But the most important is that when they choose, the team can do it well, and it was the same for the last season. They chose, for example, in my case, Antonin, but they won, so that was a good choice. And this time they chose me, so I was really happy about it, and I did it good too. So that was a good decision. So I'm really happy and proud of what the team did, and on my own performance too, because it was a bit stressful to start the first race of the competition, and especially to be the first to be the starter.
I mean, you always see that in the television when they go with the camera through all of the starters, and they always seem to be a little bit more nervous. Is it right that at the World Championships you're a little bit more nervous, especially at the first race?
Of course, especially because you're waiting for so long for this time, and it's so long to wait. I mean, it had been two weeks before the World Championships, where I was at home and just training to this race. And when you are the D-Day, when you're waking up at maybe 9 and it's already late, you have to wait a whole day before, because it's starting at 5 p.m. So it's so long to wait, and you have so many different things going through your head, and that's difficult. You have to manage to think about all the things or to just focus on I don't know, many other things, because you're going crazy after a long day like this.
Yeah, I mean, you made it, you're a world champion now, and I also have to say that all of a sudden you as a team had amazing skis there in Novo Mesto, and the season showed that the warm weather were beneficial for you in terms of skiing material. So any clue what happened there?
Well, I won't reveal the secret of the French team, of course, but I found a really good wax, and that's big part in the performances. So of course we succeeded in good in wet condition.
Yeah.
And in Novo Mesto, that was wet condition. So that helped also the team to be a little bit better than in the start of the season when the conditions were colder. So of course that's a boost for a team. And I know, for example, for the German team, it was maybe the opposite, and they had a really good stars, maybe really good skis on cold condition and not that good on wet condition. So we can see that it make big difference. And it's a part of the competition. It's a little bit sad in my mind because I want all the athletes to start with the same condition. And of course, this time it was great for us, but I know another time it will be better for the other teams. So I hope we will find a solution on the skis to have a bit more fair, more same level for every athlete, because it makes too much difference. And it's a little bit sad to see good athletes not performing well, because of this, maybe because of all the things also, but it's a big part of it.
I mean, climate change might help you a little bit with that in the next seasons, but we will see.
Yeah.
Overall, I think the World Championships were pretty solid for you. You got a 4th place in the sprint, bronze medal with the relay, world champion in the mixed relay. So how satisfied are you with the World Champs?
Really, really satisfied. That's, for me, the best event I ever done. And even when I did not take a medal, it was not important for me, because what mattered at this point, it was doing good races and be able to fight for big things every race. And that was the case. So I was really proud about my skiing performances, especially. And also I was enjoying so much going in the front and be able to fight with the big guys. And it was like living a dream. Every race, it was like I was in the top 10 and had opportunities to be fighting for medals, and just to be among them, to be among the best, and to slowly build my place among the best.
Yeah,
that was big things for me, and that's why I'm really satisfied after this 2 week this competition.
Yeah, and I mean the World Championships were over, but not the season. Yeah, you really shined again on that last trimester. Let's jump directly to the US in Soldier Hollow, directly to the sprint. Yeah, Eric, did you feel beforehand that this might be your day?
Not this day, especially. I had in my head from the start of the season that I wanted to win one, because the season before it was like I want to go on the podium, and now I wanted to win one. So I had it in mind when I finished the World Championships. I knew that it was only three more weeks of opportunities, and in Oslo it was not that far, but I did not make it. And Emilien, in the start of the season, he told me that you will make it in Soldier Hollow. He said that.
Yeah?
He said that because he said that every young athlete are taking their first medal, the first win in Soldier Hollow.
Okay.
I don't know why he told me this, but it happened. And so that was fun. And
he should bet next time.
Maybe he did. I don't know.
Okay.
No, I mean, that was maybe not my best day. I was not skiing really fast. I felt not so good the last day. So on the relay, I did maybe my worst race of the season.
Yeah.
On skis and on the shooting range. So that was not especially good moment to take my first victory. I mean, but I was maybe running around the podium, around the victory, a few races. The last races, but I did not make it. And this day, different conditions went the right way for me. I mean, the best athlete did not do it so well. And so that happened. That was a bit strange because I did not expect, especially on this day. Maybe I could have more expectation on other races, but not on this one. So that was crazy. And at the same time, that was so glad because in my mind I just wanted to take one home before the end of the season, and that was really cool to get this opportunity this day and to take it also, because when I was running my last round, I heard that, okay, you can make it now. And I was thinking, oh, I'm tired. It will be difficult to take it this day. And after I was thinking about maybe you won't get another opportunity to take it before the end of the season. So you have to go for it now. And that was a crazy day for me. And I will, of course, remember it for long. Yeah.
You also said that you dreamed about it so many times. Now, when you finally made it, how different is it from your dream?
So much easier.
Easier?
Yeah, I mean, when you've done it, it feels like, okay, it's done, and okay, that's it. When you're dreaming about it, it's so big, it's so many things. And when you are in the race, it's just like you are fighting for a race, like every other races. So, when you're young, you're looking at the World Cup like it's another dimension. It's like so big. And every year when you're going and taking one more step and finally going to World Cup and finally going to World Championships, at the end, it's only a race. I mean, it's only biathlon race. It's the same that when you were going as a kid, you just wanted to win. It could be the race in front of your house. It can be the race in front of thousands, millions of people.
Yeah.
But at the end, it's only a biathlon race, and it feels like that when you're going. So, I mean, it feels so much, I don't know, simple and smaller in reality that it in your dreams.
Yeah, I mean, you have it a little bit with the not so crowded places, right? In Soldier Hollow, in Östersund, and Kenmore.
No, that's true. Huh? Maybe I'm failing in pressure. When I'm under pressure.
Yeah, COVID should come back, right?
I don't think so. I don't hope so. But maybe when I'm on small places where it's not so many people around, maybe I'm a little bit more focused on myself, and maybe I'm more in just doing simple biathlon, maybe. So I have to take it with me to do good races when it's a lot of people around.
Do you also know that you are the first winner born after the 2000s?
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun to read in the biathlon news there.
Yeah, it's very special, I think, that you because I think that will or might be in the history in the future. But you also said that was very interesting, I think, a win changes everything. So what does change?
Did I say that?
Yeah, I read that.
Maybe. It changed one thing. It changed that you are dreaming. I'm dreaming about winning, and that's the first time I'm doing it.
Okay.
So I mean, I went to a level that was in my dream for the first time. So now I know it's possible. So maybe that's the biggest change. But everything is the same. I mean, I will continue to do biathlon races, and it will be as tough as it was to take a good race and to win it. So it changed nothing in the reality, but of course in your head it changed a little bit because I've done for the first time what I had in my dreams. So now I don't have the same goal. I mean, I was running after winning a first race in the World Cup level, and now I'm not running after this. I'm just maybe focusing on just be a better athlete to now have the opportunity to win more and to go for big things, maybe on the overall season. So maybe that's the change I had in mind when I said this, but in reality, it don't change so many things.
Maybe also the thing that we had with Quentin, he was a World Cup winner. Now you are a winner in the World Cup. You have a World Cup win. So the people see you maybe different, or they expect a little bit more of you. Like next season, the French fans or media will say you are the one that can do a podium every time, and that was one or two seasons ago not the case. And that will maybe raise up with every season, right? When you have success.
Yeah, you're right. Of course, it not changed so many things for me, but on the media side, it changed a lot because people have more expectation, and they saw a young kids running before. Now they maybe see an athlete who have the potential to do big things. So on my part, I still have big dreams, and my own expectation are bigger than the expectation of the media. So when it's still bigger expectation on my side, I don't feel more pressure from the public. But maybe I will discover new, different feeling when I will do it well or do it bad. So of course, more people are watching and more people are expecting. So I'm still young and I still don't really know how it feels to have high expectation on myself. So I will see what the future will bring. But at this point, I feel that of course I want so much. If the public want the same thing than me, that then we are on the same I don't know, same spirit, same mood. So that's not a big deal for me.
So another special thing is when you win a sprint that you go out first in the pursuit, right? So you did that, and you probably wanted to take the double victory here, right?
Of course.
But it didn't work. So what happened there?
Well, as I said, I was not in my best shape on this weekend.
Yeah.
I did a really bad race the first day. The second day I took a victory, but I was not really fast on skis. So I knew that it would be difficult to be fighting with the best on the track. So I just tried to do my best and do my best to shoot well and take the opportunity and be fighting all I can to go for another good race. And I think it happened what it should happen. I mean, I did my best and I had no more power to be among the best. And I'm glad because I did a great race. It was not really good race, but it was a great one. And yeah, a bit sad because I wanted to do better, of course, especially when you start in the first position. But this weekend, it was not my best weekend in terms of, I had not so good power inside me. So yeah, that's how competition is. I was just doing my best, and I'm glad with this race because I enjoyed going first. Of course, to have the bib number one is special, and it's a dream also. So I was enjoying this competition and this day. But yeah, I had nothing more to give this day. So yeah, that's how it was. Yeah.
I mean, you got your revenge a week later in the pursuit in Canmore where you got another podium. And to sum it all up, how do you reflect on your last season? How was it for you?
Well, I learned how to be among the top athletes, and that was big for me. So I'm really, really happy about last season, especially because of that. I had my chance every race, especially in the end of season. I mean, I was living my dream to just start the race, and if I was in a good shape, then I had my chance to go for a podium. And if I was not so good, I could go for a top 10, and that's a dream for me to just be able to fight at this level. So I really enjoyed doing biathlon at that time, and that gives me energy to go for the training season and to be able to start the next season on this level. So I like to play. I like to play on track. I like to be among the best, to have a chance and to take opportunities and to play in front. So I really enjoyed the end of season the last year. So that's what I take with me for the next season, and I really want to train well to be able to continue on that level, and of course to be better. But to be able to have my chance in the front, that's big for me, and I really want to continue to play in front. That's what matters for me.
Okay. So let's talk about goals, because you said the goal for you is to win everything. I hope you remember that quote now.
Yeah, I remember.
So I think that are some big words, right?
Of course, I said that because that's what I have in mind. Of course, so that's big word. Now I have to go for it.
Yeah. So is that already planned for the next season, or do you mean in your whole career, or what do you mean when you said that?
As fast as possible. I'm training every year to be the best version of myself, and I'm really glad that every year it's going better and better. And actually, I feel that I'm better than last year. So I hope I can continue on that way to be better next season. But of course, it's difficult to really know at which level I will be performing. So every year, that was important for me to train well, to just try to be better. And then at the end of the season, I could see if I were performing a little bit better or not. I mean, it's different to feel it that you are better, and after to see the results if it's good enough or not. So let's see in the beginning of the season if I'm able to win, to go for more or not. But I think it can be better than last season. Yeah.
Okay, I saw that you got 2 huge jumps in skiing speed in the last 2 years. You had 1.8 percentage points after your first season and then 1.6 after the second season. That's very, very rare. So can we expect another jump, or do you have some indicators in training that you see, okay, I'm much faster than last season already?
Yeah, I feel it. Especially feel I took a lot of energy to shoot better this season.
Yeah,
because I know it's huge part of the performances. So I focused a lot on the shooting, and I think that will be my strength. I hope so next season.
Yeah,
and I know because I'm young and not so powerful, so I guess I will
Okay.
win a little bit more strength, hopefully. And so maybe altogether it can be good. So what do the statistics say about if we're going the same way for the next season?
Oh, I think then you would be on speed levels of Johannes Thingnes Boe, so that would be crazy.
Yeah, that's a great one. So let's go for this.
Okay. But to be honest, do you think, that guy is beatable in the next 2 years when he's in shape?
In the next 2 years, yeah, for sure.
After that, he's away, so...
No, I really want to beat him before he leaves, of course. So no, I'm sure that in the next 2 years it will be possible. I don't know in the next year. Maybe it's too early. Maybe not. I don't really know. But in 2 years, yeah, I'm pretty sure about it.
Yeah, I also think with you, Niklas Hartwig, Tommaso Giacomel, there's a generation coming up that might be a generation that could dictate the next 10 years in biathlon or so on. But how do you feel about that? Do you also think that are the guys that coming up, so to be there for the future?
Yeah, I'm sure, of course. Guys like Tommy or Niklas every young athlete here are really good, and we are good groups, and we have a good mood, and I think we all want to push together. So it has been a fun fight for the Blue Bib also last season.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed having this fight with Tommy, because he's a really strong athlete, and I know he will be part in the big race in the future, of course. And it takes times for us, because we know that biathlon is for, I don't like to say old people, but maybe more experienced people, so athletes. So it will take time for us to get this experience and to have a chance to fight with the older guys. But I'm sure we will do it one day, and as soon as possible can only be better.
So I hear the U25 award is a goal for you next winter. And so how is the prep going for you? You had no illness, no injuries, everything's fine?
I had little injuries in my ankle. It was not so big, but I had a little one before the Blink Festival. Yeah, maybe I was not in my top shape at the Blink Festival, especially in the beginning. I was hoping for better physical condition, but okay, that was how it was. I did not need to stop so much my training for this injury, so that was great. I just need to take care to not have a bigger injury after, but I think it's all good for now. So I think it won't be a big change in my preparation for this winter. And when I saw that Niklas broke his arm or shoulder, I don't remember, but that's a big one, and that's really sad for him, for example.
Yeah, that's true. That's a little different. But I think to be the best, you probably have to look after good training, good recovery, nutrition. Mental aspect in biathlon is also very important, I think. So are there any special things you are doing to reach a higher level than before?
For me, I'm maybe not the guys who are training the toughest or the most, but I'm trying to have really high focus on what I'm doing. And I think that's what matters for me on the training days. So I try to maintain a really high focus on what I'm doing, and put all my energy in every second in my training, and to have a really high quality of training. So maybe that is my strength, and I'm trying to focus on that, because I know that the World Cup season is long, and every second is important. So I'm trying to train the same way on the summer. That's how I've been training now, and I feel that I'm better in training than before. I try to listen to myself too, to listen to my body, how my body is responding, and trying to adapt my training around this, and also having a lot of fun because, like I said, I like to play. So in biathlon, I like to play, so I have to play in training too because I don't really like to train, I have to admit.
Okay, yeah.
No, I'm a competitor. I'm not a trainer, and
yeah.
I don't really like to doing a lot of hour or to train a lot, to train really hard. I hate training hard, so I just need to do what I need to be good, and then if I feel that I have all I need to do good competition, then I'm happy, and then I can just go for what I like, and what I like is competition. So that's not the best part to train for me. So I'm trying to focus on every second I'm putting in training. Then I don't need maybe the most hour or the most hard training, but if I'm focusing well, I think it can bring really good quality, and quality will help me to be good on the winter.
So we will see next winter how that worked or didn't work. We will see it.
Exactly.
But on the way to the winter, you will start at the Martin Fourcade Nordic Festival, I saw, and your nationals will be in September and October, of course. Your summer nationals in October. That's also, I don't know where the summer is in October, but okay. So are there any other summer events until the season starts?
Well, not big events. We'll have a training camp in Lenzerheide, so maybe we'll do some competition there. Maybe the Swiss champ is at the same time. So it will be the three big races, as you said, until the winter. And we'll also go to Sjusjøen to go the Norwegian selection. So that's a good thing for us. I think we, as a French team, we need to do competition against the best, and the best are the Norwegian for the time. So I'm really looking forward to this competition week just before the season to get prepared, and I want to start my season maybe a bit more trained and a bit more prepared than last season. So I think to go the world champ, the Norwegian champ just before can be a good solution to be in it in the first race.
Yeah, that's true.
For the World Cup,
Your spot is already safe for the World Cup?
For the first World Cup, So, and after I have to be good, but I have higher expectations, so I hope it won't be a big problem.
Okay. So, Eric, let's do our last section in this podcast here that we always do with our guests.
Yeah, tell me.
Rapid fire.
Yes. Those are questions that we always ask our guests. You can answer with just one word or a sentence, however you like it. And let's start. Do you have any rituals before the start of a race?
Well, my biggest ritual is to not sing so much.
Okay. What's your favorite World Cup venue except of the French ones? So it's only Annecy, but...
I really love the Canmore.
Okay. Your favorite racing format in biathlon?
I think I'm best in sprint, but I really like pursuits.
Okay. Prone or standing shooting?
Standing is money time.
Would have been surprised when you have said prone, because I saw that's not so your best thing in biathlon, right?
That's true. But I was better before, but I don't know what I'm doing. Not good at it last season, so let's see next season.
Yeah, might come back. What's the coolest thing about biathlon for you?
Show, all about show.
And what annoys you the most about biathlon? The thing that you don't like?
Difficult to answer. Losing is, but that's about competition. So.
Or training.
Oh yeah, training is a good point. Yes.
So until this point in time, what was your favorite moment in biathlon?
Can I say my first international race then?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah,
let's go. It's your most special moment. It is.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So, do or did you have any role models in biathlon, or maybe also other sportsmen, women you admired?
Every winning athlete is for me a role model. I don't have one. I love watching athletes going on the best.
So, isn't it in France a rule that you have to be Martin Fourcade as a role model, or Raphael Poré?
Yeah, that's how everyone is saying, but of course they are. of course they are, but I have many. I mean, I was not looking after one. I just like seeing really good athletes doing really good things.
So now we can put together your best biathlete in the world, and it doesn't matter if she or he is active, inactive, a man or a woman. Which attributes would you take and from whom?
Oh, I think I taking the how can I say, the training abilities and concentration of Björn Dahlen.
Yeah.
And of course Raphael also, but I taking from Raphael Poiré the rage, can you say, or the to be a bit angry. I mean about going for it.
Yeah.
So I take this from Poiré, and the training part from Leidenschaft, and I have to take the aura of Emil Hegler-Sundsen.
Yeah.
I think the how do you say, when you're good at planning some things and going through your plan, or
maybe the strategic mind or something like that.
Yeah, maybe of Martin Fourcade.
Yeah.
And the smile and the game of Johannes Boe.
Yeah.
Of course.
Very good mix. That's...
Yeah, I like the spirit of Johannes. Is so simple to have him in the World Cup. He's always smiling and always respectful, and that's something big for me. So I really appreciate having a leader like him.
Yeah, I mean, he has a lot to smile, right? A lot of reasons to smile.
So I don't know if the other athletes like Martin or the other had it in the past, but of course Johannes have it every day, and it's good, as I said, to have a leader like him.
Yeah, true. So the last question, imagine you had a big billboard in a big city and everyone can read it, yes? Which message would you write on that billboard? But it shouldn't be a commercial. What would you write on it?
Difficult question, eh? Let's the show begin. And
yeah,
I wish everyone to go and see the show of the next season.
Yeah, I mean, sums a little bit up your mindset of competition or liking the competitions, right?
Yeah, exactly. I like to play, as I said. So my deal is to try to be good enough to have the opportunity to play, because when you're not good, you can't play. You can just go as fast as you can. Yeah. But when you're good and you can have a little bit strategy and having fun on the track, then it's really fun. And I hope I can be good enough to play this game and to be able to enjoy every second on the track. And I hope I can deliver a good show in the next year. So I hope so. Yeah,
I think so. But before you leave, tell our listeners where they can find you if they want to know or see more about you, like on social media or stuff.
On Insta, you can go on Insta. It's Eric Perrot in one word, I think.
Yeah.
So just you can follow, and I'm trying to show you a part of my life.
Yeah, and where's TikTok or something like that?
No, I don't have TikTok because I'm spending too much time on my mobile phone, so I'm trying to not get so more than what I need. So no, I'm on Instagram and maybe LinkedIn for the professional, and also YouTube. Maybe in the future, we're trying to build some film or other things. So on YouTube, it's coming something greater.
Very nice. So thank you very much for your time. I appreciate that you made it with me here through this long podcast. And I wish you the best start of the next season and hope to see you winning again.
Thank you so much. That was really fun. So see you soon.
Ja, nach wie vor ein echt interessanter Charakter für mich, dieser Eric Perrot. Und ich mag es ja einfach, wenn man diese Ansagen trifft, auch mal einen raushaut, auch mal hier den großen Johannes Thingnes Boe so ein bisschen challenged oder herausfordert. Ich glaube, der nächste Winter, das könnte echt ein interessanter Winter werden, wo sich einiges verändern wird. Und in dem Zuge hat ja auch die IBU jetzt wieder einiges am Regelwerk geändert. Werden wir uns vielleicht auch nächste Woche mal angucken. Ja, auf jeden Fall müssen wir da irgendwas zu machen, weil da gibt es schon eklatante Einschnitte und auch Veränderungen, die man vielleicht schon so hätte kommen sehen und einige auch ein bisschen unvorhersehbar. Aber ich kann schon mal an der Stelle vorwegnehmen, dass es zum Beispiel keine U25-Wertung mehr geben wird, sondern das Ganze wird jetzt herabgestuft auf U23. 23 und das ist natürlich ein krasser Gamechanger für alle, die jetzt gedacht haben, ich bin noch 1-2 Jahre mit dabei, die jetzt irgendwie 23 geworden sind. Tja, da muss man sagen, ihr geht erstmal leer aus und zudem wird es auch noch mehr Geld dafür geben, also sogar auch für die Rennen, wo man in dem Trikot steckt. Ist, glaube ich, eine sehr interessante Neuerung, werden wir in den nächsten Wochen mal genauer drüber sprechen. Aber ansonsten würde mich natürlich interessieren, was sagt ihr denn zur englischen Folge? Konntet ihr mein Englisch ertragen oder sagt ihr, boah, nee, ging ja mal gar nicht hier? Das wird natürlich auch die absolute Ausnahme bleiben, also es wird hier nicht regelmäßig der Standardfall sein, dass wir jetzt englische Folgen haben, sondern nur hin und wieder mal. Aber ja, gebt mir gerne Feedback bei Instagram oder per E-Mail oder wie auch immer. Guckt euch die Folgenbeschreibung an, wenn ihr sagt, boah, ich finde da ja gar keinen Weg, wo ich den jetzt erreichen könnte, den Ron. Dann sage ich Folgenbeschreibung abchecken, Links abchecken, sonstige Wünsche oder whatever, könnt ihr mir gerne auch schreiben. Und dann aktiviert doch die Glocke, damit ihr keine Folge mehr verpasst. Teilt das mit all euren Freunden, wenn ihr nicht genug davon bekommt und lasst doch gerne noch 5 Sterne da. Und nächste Woche geht's dann wieder weiter auf Deutsch. Also macht's gut, bis dahin, ciao.
Das war die Extra-Runde für diese Woche. Neue Folgen gibt es jeden Montag, überall wo es Podcasts gibt.